Thanks for joining me, astrologer Patrick Arundell, for your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 30th of September. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. This week begins with that clustering of energy in the sign of Libra, very much to the fore. In fact, Venus and Jupiter continue to forge a gorgeous alliance in the first 2 days. And that points towards doing something playful, entertaining or fun. But last week's new moon gave a boost to this Libran energy, but it also angled to Uranus. So over the next 4 weeks, it is going to be important to understand, whilst we're working at our relationships, which Libra governs, to just be conscious of how our values match up to the people we encounter. Now this week does see Mercury relocate into the deep and passionate sign of Scorpio, and also the modern ruler of Scorpio, Pluto, well, that goes direct after a long retrograde which began on the 24th of April. Now of course Pluto has been in a very business-like part of the situation in the sign of Capricorn. So I think if there has been any kind of delays or slowdowns around the enterprise that you're involved with, that can ease now. And this Mercury energy can also be very good for more entrepreneurial strands. But on Friday, Mars makes its way into Libra, where it will be for 6 weeks. This is a tremendous transit because it does in some ways diminuate the more egocentric nature of Mars. Libra being about trying to find consensus, and Mars being very much about I, the self. Well, it is actually technically in detriment in this location. But I think it gives us just a desire to get firmer boundaries, which can be a good thing, be a bit more competitive, which can be a good thing, but competitive in a way which seeks some kind of collaboration or cooperation with others. And that's where it's working through the energy of this Libra influence. But it is true to say that we have a quarter moon in Capricorn on Saturday, and that's going to be absolutely conjunct Saturn. And Saturn in Capricorn is quite a sobering kind of energy. So we may encounter someone from the end of this week and into next week who, however much we try to reach out to them and understand where they're coming from, they may be quite resistant to our charms. But equally, it's not going to be a good thing to try too hard to be a people pleaser. We just need to be naturally ourselves. Your specific forecast, Pisces, shows that your 2 co-regents, ruling planets or guides, Jupiter and Neptune, which are very idealistic, but are currently in 2 different locations, are angling up to each other sharply. This has been going on for some while. This is asking you, this combination, not to be too idealistic about your goals and ambitions. If you are, it could be counterproductive. But despite this, Jupiter actually forges a beautiful link to Venus, and you may be surprised that some kind of windfall or financial bonus falls to you at the very start of this week. There is still the energy coming from last week's new moon. This new moon is asking you to think very deeply about what served its purpose in your life. Are there some things that need to be transformed? That may mean, even at a practical level, doing things like decluttering your home. Or are there emotional patterns that have got a bit stale? An opportunity to update your thinking comes with Mercury's transit into Scorpio. Also, Pluto ends a retrograde. If there have been concerns about friendships, well, they're not necessarily at an end, but Pluto starting to go forwards can help to clarify your future direction. But Saturn does oppress the quarter moon at the end of this week, and that is also in your sector of long-term hopes, highest wishes, and also friendships. If there are some politics around certain associations you have, they could come up over the following week. And with Mars moving into Libra on Friday, it could be a temptation to be almost ruthless to root out of your situation anyone that you don't see eye to eye with. Whilst it can be good to let go of situations that no longer help us, it's the way we go about it that's important. And I think as this week draws to a close, even if you are disappointed by someone's attitudes or even their relationship to you and their beliefs, there are still ways that you can express your opinion but agree to disagree. Mars in the 8th house can also make you quite lusty, but if you are a business orientated Pisces, the next 6 weeks can be a time of great progress when you can be very productive, imaginative and very hard working. If you'd like to know what 2020 holds for you on a personal basis, based on your time, date and place of birth, you can order your forecast and get the rest of this year free and get 30% off by clicking the link beneath this video. But for now, good luck and goodbye.